So this is a really inspiration, and we have to take inspiration from Anadi Jagannath Prabhu and continue forward. Especially seeing all the devotees, Matajis and Prabhujis, they are taking classes also, they are taking singing, they are doing books. Everything is going on so beautifully. It's all nothing but because of the seed which is sown by Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. So thank you very much, Mataji, for giving me the opportunity to remember Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. जगन्नाथ प्रभु की जय, गुरुदेव की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यो पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। So as Prabhuji said, we had the good fortune of associating with His Anadi Jagannath Prabhu and Vrinda Mataji as soon as we came here. It's just Krishna's mercy because we are just looking for unity association. Like when we wish for a little thing, is fighting, and he also has an immediate solution for everything. So when we go with a problem to him, oh Prabhuji, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है, so he'll say, okay, you can do like this, Mataji. So immediately he will give us some solution, so which is really practical. So that is how Prabhuji guided us with all our congregation activities here. We started in a small way, and whatever we have today is because of Guru Maharaj's mercy and also the endeavor of Anadi Jagannath Prabhu and Vrinda Mataji. So we'll just continue in their service, whatever they are done in their footsteps will continue, and we'll follow whatever we are doing now and make it as much as possible we have to bring. So Prabhuji always used to say one thing which I have, he says is that devotees we should bring into our congregation because we should give Krishna to each and everyone. So that is his motive. And during Damodar month, his car became a rath, all the book distribution, all the books will be there, prasad will be there, photos will be there. And Rajiv Prabhu knows that Prabhuji and Anadi Jagannath Prabhu used to, wherever they see, they just used to stop and give, do Damodar Arti, do book distribution. It is really very innovative, that small car of Prabhuji, it used to have everything because Krishna is there everywhere. So that is how Prabhuji used to, preach here. And then our young devotees also, like Lokateshya Prabhu, Minasvi Mataji, he guided them so well. And we are also very fortunate to be in our association. And even Pranatatma Prabhu was my son. He was guided by Prabhu. So, and Prabhu also always had a dhoti in his bag. So whenever any young devotee will say, I don't have a dhoti to do the service, Prabhuji will take out a dhoti and give, So that's why he is very, very concerned for also everyone, and the concern is genuine. We all know that during COVID, how much of prasadam was distributed in this area. And even now, new people, those who are not devotees, they are in this area, they also remember us because of this prasadam distribution. So I just prayed to Jagannath, Guru, and Gauranga to give us more mercy so that we just continue in his footsteps. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Ramachandra Prabhu and Sindhu Mataji. So I would like to request Grace Suryapati Prabhu and Mataji to come and glorify Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vishnu Bhutli Srimati Jayapataka Srimati Namacha Padaya Guru Gita Damodara Guru Kamala Vishnu Krishna Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Bhagwan Saraswati Namaste. Hare Krishna. Pancha Kalpatarvasya Kripa Sindhu Vivacha Paitanam Pavane Krishna Guru. Hare Krishna. Glorifying a devotee, I'll speak in first of all Hindi. मिक्स ऑफ हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश. वैष्णव का ग्लोरिफिकेशन करना और सुनना दोनों ही सौभाग्य की बात है. तो मुझे आज अपॉर्चुनिटी मिला है हिज ग्रेस अनादि जगन्नाथ प्रभु की ग्लोरिफिकेशन करने के लिए. सो मैं यहाँ पर बहुत सारा लीलाओं में एक लीला मेरे साथ मतलब बहुत सारा कुछ मेरे साथ हुआ है. मैं एक या दो पॉइंट बताऊँगा. मैं अनादि प्रभु का चीज़ में एक ही बात बताऊँगा. ही इज़ वेरी एग्रेसिव टू कनेक्ट ए पर्सन टू the lotus feet of Krishna. He's very aggressive. And जहाँ तक मुझे पता है कि मैं जितना महसूस किया हूँ, उनका नज़र अगर किसी में गिरा है तो डेफिनेटली वो कनेक्टेड होगा. हो सकता है 2 दिन नहीं तो 4 दिन तो 8 दिन लगेगा, बट होगा. जो मैं रियलाइज़ किया हूँ मेरे साथ, तो मैं बताऊँगा कि मैं कैसे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस में आया और ये मंदिर से कैसे मैं जुड़ा, वो चीज़ मैं कुछ बताऊंगा. 2017 1 अगस्त में मैंने एक कंपनी में ज्वाइन किया कनिंगम रोड पे. और मुझे जहाँ तक याद है कि आफ्टर 15 डेज मैंने सर्चिंग कर रहा था कि मैं एक डिवोटी मेरा हॉस्टल में आए थे. तो मैं जस्ट वो उनको देख के मुझे थोड़ा ईगरनेस है कि आई वांटेड टू गो इस्कन टेम्पल. और उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि अगस्त में ज्वाइन किया, सितंबर में जन्माष्टमी है और आप आ सकते हैं थोड़ा उससे पहले. मैं उसके बाद सेंटर में आया. वहाँ पर पार्थ प्रभु थे और एक डिवोटी थे हमारा बीबीटी में. तो मैंने कुछ पूछताछ किया. देन उन्होंने मुझे पूछा, आर यू उड़िया? आई टोल्ड यस आई एम उड़िया डिवोटी. सो वो प्रभु आप देख रहे हैं ना, ही ऑल्सो उड़िया. तो अनादि प्रभु को उन्होंने बुलाया कि ये उड़िया डिवोटी है. और प्रभु जी मुझे आप ओडिशा से हैं ना? उड़िया में पूछे आप उड़िया अच्छी? मु कहली हाँ. देन आई टोल्ड यस. प्रभु गिव मी हग. दैट हग मेल्ट मी. दैट हग ओनली मेल्ट मी. सो फ्रॉम दैट डे ऑनवर्ड्स आई till today I never miss a single day to discussing about Anadi Prabhu. Even my home also. Any moment, I don't know how it comes. Every day, we both husband wife, somehow it will connect. Somehow, I don't know how it connecting. Every single day, I remember him, and that gives me little spiritual energy. I'll tell how I get this energy also. So then मैंने धीरे धीरे प्रभु जी के साथ करीब करीब आया. तो I don't know how he connected. This is the first incident happened with me. Second incident मैं बता रहा हूँ. He is very caring about the devotee. Very much caring. ऐसा कोई भी डिवोटी, आई थिंक ऐसा कोई डिवोटी नहीं मिलेंगे जो बोलेंगे कि नहीं अनादि प्रभु मुझे नहीं देखा है। ऐसा मैं किसी से शायद नहीं सुन पाऊंगा, मुझे लग रहा है, किसी से भी नहीं। तो और मुझे पता नहीं था उनका पोजीशन क्या है हमारा टेम्पल में। इन दैट मोमेंट मुझे पता था कि लाइक एवरीवन प्रभु जी इज ऑल्सो सेम थिंग, बट ही हिज केयरिंग इज लिटिल बियॉन्ड माई थॉट। उस पार में, इस पार में नहीं, उस पार में वो उनका केयरिंग जो होता है। तो ही इंक्वायर अबाउट मी कि हाउ आई एम, व्हाट इज माई क्वालिटी, एंड ही पुट ऑन मी ए डिवोटी हु कैन एबल टू केयर मी। तो मुझे ऐसे एक जगह पे चूज किए है अनादि प्रभु ने कि उधर आपको रहना है। नोइंगली अननोइंगली ही टेक्स में डेली रिपोर्ट। अगर मैं एक दिन मंगल आरती मिस करता था, 2 दिन के बाद मेरे पास फोन आता था, अनादि प्रभु का नहीं और किसी डिवोटी का, कि प्रभु जी आपको अनादि प्रभु याद करा था, मंगल आरती अटेंड नहीं किया है। जो कभी भी अनादि प्रभु वो मंगल आरती में आते नहीं है, और दैट जो एसोसिएशन है और किसी टेम्पल के थ्रू में है। हमारा ससद्रीपुरम से कोई कनेक्टेड नहीं है वो, और एनर्जी टेम्पल से कनेक्टेड है। उनका डिवोटी का सराउंडिंग में मुझे बैठा दिया, और मैं था, आई थिंक हम दोनों हस्बैंड वाइफ से, और कोई नहीं थे उधर। डेली रिपोर्ट कलेक्ट करते थे, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ नहीं जा रहा हूँ, ऑल डाटा उनके पास था। लाइक ये बोलते हैं ना, स्पाई ऑन मी, ही इज लाइक दैट ओनली। एंड जो रियली हमारा जिंदगी में, हमारे जीवन में चाहिए ही चाहिए। विदाउट ए गाइडेंस डिवोटी पाथ में, डिवोशन पाथ में जाना मुश्किल होता है। तो वो मेरा ऊपर वो उनका कृपा था। और मैरिज की बात बताऊं तो और एक, ये तो और एक मिराकल जैसा है। जैसे बताऊं, जैसे शादी का मतलब 3-4 साल के बाद मुझे पूछते हैं, आपको शादी नहीं करना है क्या, आपको ब्रह्मचारी बनना है? मैं बोला नहीं, मुझे शादी करना है। तो इमीडिएटली आपको शादी करना है। तो लाइक दैट ही इंस्ट्रक्टेड मी। देन घर में बात हुआ, तो कई सारे तो रिश्ता चले। तो मैं सुचारू के बाद जब आया, मैंने पूछा कि प्रभु ऐसा ऐसा है, ही इज हैविंग नॉन वेज। मुझे एक क्वेश्चन किया, आफ्टर मैरिज वेयर ही विल बी, वेयर शी विल बी, विथ यू और इन होम टाउन? आई टोल्ड नहीं प्रभु मेरे साथ रहेंगे, तो शादी कर लो, एक ही वर्ड। सो वो डिसीजन उनका जो था, परफेक्ट डिसीजन वो होता था। मतलब उसमें अब दोहराना नहीं चाहिए कि दोबारा क्वेश्चन नहीं करना चाहिए। नहीं, मैंने पूछा नहीं कि अपने को सच में प्रभु ऐसा होगा, बट हाँ वो बोल दिए तो हाँ, करना ही है, दैट्स इट। तो ये था उनका। और है आगे चल के मैं बताऊंगा तो मेरा स्पिरिचुअली जो मुझे आज मैं अगर खड़ा हूँ इधर, बिकॉज ऑफ हिम। लाइक ए मदर उनका बेटा को फादर मदर जैसे पकड़ के लेके जाते हैं, वो मुझे इसे लेके आए हर दिन रिपोर्ट। और जैसे कि मैं ये इतना जो शास्त्रार्थ आजकल जो हो रहा है, मैंने जो 2 लाइन सीखा हूँ बिकॉज ऑफ हिज मर्सी ओनली। उन्होंने मुझे फोर्स किए कि यू हैव टू डू। मुझे पता नहीं, ऐसे एक दिन में आए, मुझे बोले कि प्रभु ऐसा प्लान है, आपको करना है। गीता ज्ञान से कोविड का टाइम पे मैं बोला प्रभु मुझे कुछ पता नहीं, मैं क्या करूँ उसमें, आपको कुछ करना नहीं है, सब कुछ प्रभुपाद किए हैं, मैंने कुछ भी नहीं कर रहा हूँ, सब प्रभुपाद के मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ और बोल रहा हूँ। और मैं जो बताऊँगा उसको अब सुनना है, 2 बार सुनना है, प्रभुपाद का बुक 1 बार पढ़ना है और बैठना है। दिस इज हाउ आवर गीता ज्ञान स्टार्टेड ऑल्सो। और जब दीक्षा की बारी आई तो ये तो और कुछ है बताऊंगा। तो प्रभु ने ऐसा किया कि जब गोपिका उसका मदर का में अराउंड 6 मंथ के थे, गुरु महाराज होम विजिट कर रहे थे और आए, तो प्रभु जी ने बताया सारा चीज़ कि ऐसे सूर्यकांत है और ये सुचिस्मिता माता जी है, चैंटिंग इतना कर रहे हैं। तो गुरु महाराज तो बोले ठीक है, इफ़ दे आर इंटरेस्ट यू कैन आस्क हिम फॉर द गुरु आश्रय। तो अनादि प्रभु, तब मैंने क्या करूँ पता नहीं था। 15 दिन चला गया, 1 महीना भर चला गया। अनादि प्रभु बोले पेपर लिखा हो गया? किस बात की, कौन सा पेपर प्रभु? तो बोले गुरु महाराज ने बोले ना आपको, नहीं मेरा तो और एक स्टेप पेंडिंग है ना। तो यू आर बियॉन्ड गुरु महाराज, यू आर आस्किंग मी। ही यूज्ड टू टॉक लाइक दैट मी। गुरु महाराज बोले उसके बाद भी तुम बोले और कुछ स्टेप है फॉलो करोगे, तो आप क्यों पेपर नहीं लिख रहे हो? तो दैट वाज माई स्ट्रिक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन, आई हैव टू फिनिश विद इन दिस डेज। फिर वो होने के बाद दीक्षा का पेपर के लिए मुझे शायद 1-2 साल लगा था, और उसके लिए मुझे हर 3 महीने में डांट पड़ता था, हर 3 महीना में। आपको नामकरण नहीं करना है क्या, दूसरा जन्म नहीं लेना है क्या? मुझे समझ में नहीं आता था पहले तो 2-3 बार, तो बाद में समझ आया कि ये नामकरण का मतलब ये दीक्षा के लिए। तो फिर दीक्षा के पेपर जब हुआ, तब मैंने आज ही बता रहा हूँ, मुझे पता नहीं कितना आज जो भी मैं भी इवन किसी का मेंटर बना हूँ, बट आई एम नॉट एबल टू फॉलोइंग हिज पाथ। वो कैसे करते थे, इतना केयरिंग। मैंने पढ़ नहीं पाऊंगा, इसलिए वो 2-4 डिवोटी अरेंज किए थे जिनके थ्रू में वो लोग पढ़ेंगे और मैं सुनूंगा। इतना तक वो केयरिंग करते थे, नॉट ओनली मेटीरियली, स्पिरिचुअली ऑल्सो। एवरी मोमेंट ही इज केयरिंग। और जो कोविड का दौरा मैं बताऊंगा, तो आज 2 दिन के बाद श्री बंशीधर ठाकुर महाराज, बाबा जी ठाकुर का ये है तिरोहाव तिथि है। उसमें बोलते हैं ना, ही इज ए महाभागवत। हाँ, तो महाभागवत तब वही होते हैं जिनका कार्यक्रम क्या कुछ पता नहीं चलता है। तो आई कुड सी सेम थिंग नहीं जगन्नाथ प्रभु, वो क्या करते थे, कब करते थे, कुछ पता नहीं चलता था, और बोलते भी नहीं थे किसी को। तो ये है अनादि प्रभु। तो मैं उनका गाइडेंस इतना था कि कभी नहीं भूल पाऊंगा। यस, ही इंस्पायर मी एवरी मोमेंट, एवरी डे। 1-2 थिंग मुझे कभी भी याद है, आज भी वो मोमेंट को याद करता हूँ कि प्रभु जी क्या बोले थे। बस यही है कि जो ऐसा कुछ करो जो प्रभुपाद को अच्छा लगे, गुरु महाराज को अच्छा लगे। ये 2 चीज़ सोच के काम करना है। तो अगर मुझे लग रहा है अगर मैं उतना तो कर नहीं पाऊंगा, अगर मैं करूंगा तो शायद मैं स्पिरिचुअली और उनका नाम रख पाऊंगा। अभी तक तो ऐसे ही गिरा हूँ। मैं प्रे करता हूँ आप लोग मुझे थोड़ा आशीर्वाद दीजिए ताकि मैं उनका कृपा को कंटिन्यू कर पाऊँ। हरे कृष्णा।
Thank you so much, Surya. Request Lakshma Mati come forward to your friends, please.
Hare Krishna, all devotees. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namo. Hare Krishna means I feel very, very emotional when I talk about Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. I always feel that his presence is there and he's always there with all of us. And I can never think of a day without him. Means I have been associated with Jagannath Prabhu. I usually call him as Jagannath Prabhu. And I have been associated with him for about more than 20 years now. And 2006, he came to our house in July 2006, he had come, and we had the first children program at home. And from the day I saw him, he has been always inspiring. And the day I met him first, also I never felt that I met a stranger. I felt that I have seen this person before somewhere, and whatever Prabhu was telling, it was very, very, I could accept it very easily. And he inspired me too much into Krishna consciousness, and he introduced me to different devotees. And I told that I won't be able to do chanting, and it's not easy. I have so many responsibilities. It's very tough. Then he told every day I'll be talking to you, and he gave me a lot of books to read, chant and be happy. And almost every day I used to get calls from him, and he used to inspire me so much that within 1.5 months I started chanting 16 rounds. And he introduced me to Guru Maharaj. That time the airport was, we used to live in Jivan Bhima Nagar, and the airport was very nearby. So he along with one more Prabhu, Param Nitai Prabhu, so they took me to the airport to meet Guru Maharaj. So when I met Guru Maharaj for the first time, I was chanting. I felt so happy that I could see Guru Maharaj in such a nearby distance. And Guru Maharaj was very healthy that time. He could talk to us. So I was just chanting and standing a little away. Then Guru Maharaj called me. Then I went near Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj was asking, do you want to take initiation? And Chaitanya Avatar Prabhu was also nearby. Then I didn't know much about initiation that time. So then they told, no, this Mataji will take her to Mayapur to give initiation. Okay, and Guru Maharaj blessed me for the first time. I couldn't sleep that night. When I met Guru Maharaj for the first time, I couldn't sleep. And I was just thinking about Guru Maharaj, and I have so much of gratitude for Jagannath Prabhu, because each and every time he has always been inspiring, and I never thought in my life I will become Krishna conscious. I thought it's a very difficult process. I have gone to different ISKCON temples, even in Belgium when I was there in 1993. We visited a ISKCON temple in Dubai, okay? And there I met the main pujari, and I was asking, Miss, I was a person who was very inquisitive. I'll ask a lot of questions. I think Jagannath Prabhu, Vrinda Mataji also must be knowing that lot of questions. Each and every time I was also associated with Chaitanya Avatari Prabhu and Rasmai Mataji, like Jagannath Prabhu introduced me to them. And whenever a class will happen, at least I'll have 5 to 6 questions. So it will be like that. And when I got the answers for all the questions, all this inspired me to get into Krishna consciousness, means with full belief. Because if we see in other religions, sometimes they try to blindly follow some things without reason. Now, with Prabhupada's help, we are able to get the answers for everything we have. So whatever questions we have, all those questions are cleared. So the faith for us in Krishna, serving his devotees, serving the Guru, serving the Parampara becomes very strong. Okay? And if you see Jagannath Prabhu, he has inspired me in taking up Hindi programs. I am more fluent in English, but he told, you have studied Hindi. So in our area, where I come from, Spandana, the area is where a lot of Hindi speaking people are there, and they are interested in Krishna consciousness. So he asked me to take programs in Hindi. So he inspired me to do a lot of Tulsi Aarti programs, Bhagavad Gita programs, children programs, and Damodar Aarti programs. For about, I think we had Damodar Aarti programs continuously for about 12 years in Spandana. And Gita Gyan programs. So a lot of things were happening. And when Prabhu passed away, I was in US in my daughter's house. So I couldn't come here. But it was like, I couldn't believe it for many, many days. I felt that I have lost a family member, and now still I feel that he is my brother. I have 2 elder brothers. I was always thinking I didn't have a younger brother, but God has given me a spiritual brother who is always with me, always inspiring me, always guiding me. And I feel that he has kept a personal touch with all of you, and that's why we can never forget him. He's always in our lives. And as in Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 19th shloka, Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavanman Prapadyate Vasudevam Sarvam Iti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So I consider Jagannath Prabhu as that person who always thinks about Vasudeva, who always thinks about Krishna, who always inspires everyone to become Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mataji. I request Sri Suresh Prabhu to clarify.
Hare Krishna. As Mataji is saying that we see Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, at present also we see him with, he was connected with each and every devotee. Not a single devotee would have told that he would not have interaction with Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. I have quite a long time association with Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. Like Guru Maharaj's dream is to make a Bangalore city one of the best Krishna consciousness city in India. So Anadi Jagannath Prabhu is fulfilling the dream of Guru Maharaj. And even though he is not present here, he has built that foundation to make the Bangalore city one of the best Krishna consciousness city in India. So I have many interaction with him, like I was going to Chaitanya Avatari Prabhu's temple. Whatever the bhakti, Krishna consciousness, things what we do, we were doing very perfectly, not compromising in any sort of things like children exams and other things. He was training every one of us, Prabhuji, aise kariye, wo kariye. He was coming to conduct Bhakti Vriksha in our Aarti Nagar, in Ganganagar, many of Hindi. So many days he came, and when, like Janmashtami, we were reluctant that this year we will not perform Janmashtami in our area. he was inspiring us. Prabhu ji, आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? Why you are not doing? You want any support? We are ready there. You please go ahead. So like twice or thrice, where we were not in a position to do, he did wonderful big Janmashtami program in our RT Nagar. So we were seeing, even though after we have like 2022 center outpost of Sesatripuram temple, when the devotees open there, they take care of that particular center only. But after opening this Sakar Nagar center, Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, even being that busy, he was taking care of each and every devotee and all other centers also. This was his quality. So, and other than that, taking care of parents, elderly parents, whenever they were not feeling well, was going to Odisha, staying there, and there also used to preach Krishna consciousness. It's very rare quality among so, they will come across with so many other devotees, but this rare quality which we have come across, we see in Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, still many devotees are continuing his inspiration. So that's what we'll always miss him, but even after missing him, he is among us. If we follow his instruction, I pray Jagannath Bhale Sudaramai, at least some instruction which have inspired us, we should follow up in our day-to-day life, and we should keep Guru Maharaj's dream to go and to become Bangalore city #1 Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Suresh Prabhu. I will request Ms. Bhadrachala Prabhu to speak a few words.
Hare Krishna. Before I speak, I would like to invite one of the family members of Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, because we know a little bit, many people we have come in contact with him. So she would like to say something, or I would like to request her to say something about the earlier life before he came to Krishna consciousness. Are you interested to hear? Yes. I mean, a person like Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, how he was behaving, what kind of person he was in his family before he came to Krishna consciousness. We should hear from them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Okay. Anadi Jagannath was 1.5 years younger to me, and we were more than brother and sister. We were more as friends. Somebody with whom perhaps I could share everything. Not only me, as brothers sisters, we were all very close with each other, and he was a tad different from what I see among siblings today. Okay, 1.5 years is too short a time to have a gap, and we were both having competition in everything. Very, very funny things. The clothes are drying, so 50% I will pick up, 50% you do, he will tell. And if the maid has not come home, and the house used to be a little bigger, so if I sweep a little, he would also help. He would also pick up clothes when it starts raining. So if you look at it, the temperament of a child is there from the beginning. This is the very early childhood that I've seen in him. Studies, I don't know. I also have 2 children, and we all have studied. I have seen multiple children studying. Okay, and he was always a little over-intelligent is what I felt. The best was in class 10th. All the while he scraped through. He used to do very well in his class. He used to stand first in class. A guy throughout my life, we were both together at home till I was in class 12th and he was in class 10th. I have never seen the clock crossing 9:15, 9:30. He will be awake. No, he will be asleep. by 9 o'clock. That used to happen in class 10th also. So I used to be worried, this guy will definitely flunk. He's not going to do anything. And what kind of child? And his sleep used to be so deep. At times when you wake up, you will see, and my place is very cold. He would end up falling from the bed, under the bed, wherever, he will be well covered and he'll sleep. That is what he will do. My father had a beautiful habit. All the four, as in me, my brother, my nephew and niece, we used to hear the Ramayana and the Mahabharata early mornings. These are things which has given a very strong foundation. He used to narrate and we used to hear. So for that, all of us will be awake. And it will be on the bed, not that we have to get up and do stuff. So he was like that. Now, during class 10th, especially, I was in my 12th, and it was very, very scary because this guy used to not study. And that time, we had a guy, there was a boy called Kiran. Now, this Kiran boy was a very nice chap. His father, they were Telugu-speaking people, and he was not good at studies. So my brother had taken this thing that, I will ensure that you do well. So Kiran ended up in my house. He used to be at home throughout, studying with him. Whenever he wakes up, he will wake up. Half of the time he used to stay in my place and he used to do well. That guy ended up doing very well in class 10th. He did score some 73, 74%, which was, his parents were not able to believe because he used to flunk. Now, this boy, when he was teaching, and half of the time when you go and see, he will be teaching. So when he studies, we don't know. The results came. He will tell, don't bother, it's okay, I will do, it will happen. When he comes from any exam, you ask him, how did you do? It was okay. This is his reaction, it was okay. Throughout life, I have seen, at times when you have to be very happy, he will not show he's very happy. At times when you feel devastated, he won't show he's devastated. He is like one calm person. And sometimes I used to get irritated. He was younger to me. I used to blast him also. What? You should react now. I said, it's okay. It's okay. You can't change. I can't change anything. It's okay. 10th results came out. That time we used to go to school to see the results. The school you have this board and then the results will be, the papers will be pasted. So first we started seeing results. Then we realized that he was a school topper. We came back home. Our man was playing, we have our house and there's a big ground. So he was playing cricket. So I ran and told him, you know what, you have topped the school, you have done very well. Okay, you go. I'm playing, I'm batting. He didn't move. And we were celebrating. That was my little brother. And, life took different turns. We realized he had scored centum in science in CBSE that time, from that small village, where the only thing that we knew was textbooks. Today you have multiple things, multiple books, multiple stuff. He studied that much. Kiran did very well. Everybody went their way. He then joined college. We put him in Kalikut College, Berhampur. That's a very good place to do his +2. We wanted him to study well. I remember I joined in BSc and he joined there. His hostel was around 1.5 kilometers from mine. So, because both of us were pampered at home, the first Sunday he comes and tells, Papi, I think there'll be a lot of clothes for you to wash. You can give 50% of your clothes to me. I'll wash it in my hostel and give it back to you. That was my brother. So I didn't know what to tell. But that time we take things for granted. And a wonderful brother throughout everything, duties and responsibilities, how it has to be taken care. I think we should all learn, at least I learned from him. Taking care of parents, taking care of family, amazing. To err is human, and human being by default is an error. We are here because we have something is faulty, so we are born. So nobody is beyond this. But for my brother, I used to wonder that this guy, I don't know how he manages, how he manages everything. And to add on, wonderful parents, never asked a question of what you're doing, why you're doing this, always supported. And that was something he subconsciously, consciously always realized. Because times when generally you from a middle class family, you look up, I have done this, so you have to do this. And that gradation is a materialistic gradation. That gradation is that way only. That is somehow my parents were aware of it, were way above, and that's what shaped him. And I always saw my little brother like that. Then he went to engineering. The guy who used to study, and my brother used to have non-veg also when he was small. And the guy who was having non-veg, was a normal boy. When he went to engineering, when he comes back, we see a changed person. And that change evolved so much that when I started meeting him, because he used to stay in Bangalore, he was in hostel, then I studied, I was doing my MBA, he was working in Infosys, so he used to come like an elder brother visiting me. He will never call me as an elder sister, he will call me by name. I have to remind him that you touch my feet. All these things used to happen, the typical brother-sister stuff. And then the change that I saw in him was way beyond. Suddenly I felt that this guy is gone way above than what I am. I'm still there, but he is somewhere. The best part was when I started coming to Bangalore after his wedding with Brinda, I saw that he is in a different cadre in the spiritual world, I would say. His understanding of materialistic stuff and relationships is way beyond what we think. Lot of things, in school, very truthful, and this is something which was there with him since childhood. A guy who never told a lie. I haven't come across him ever. As a younger brother, I have never seen him telling me a lie. Telling not only to me, to anybody. Teachers used to vouch for him. And that, Amar told this, so it will be this way. That was how it is. And his love for his nephew, niece, love for his parents was amazing. The way he used to care, caring attitude that you see here, same thing. That is what was there since childhood, but it's blossomed. It's grown beyond proportions after he's become Krishna conscious. And I don't know, I have left my little brother there. So after that, we every day morning, once I come to the puja, I see his picture and I feel, I don't know where he went, but always there. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Why don't you, Hare Krishna Mataji, that the story you were telling me, that how you appointed, how your family appointed so many teachers, but then for tuition, but he was not going. And why he was not going, he was giving his own answer. I think that's something very important.
सबको प्रणाम, सबको हरे कृष्ण। एक ही बात ही बोलना है। कुछ टाइम पहले प्रभु जी के साथ वो सैर कर रही थी। जब स्कूल से स्कूल तक तो मेरी छोटी वाली बहन से आप सुने, जब स्कूल से हम उसको निकाल के एक ऑटोनॉमस कॉलेज को ले गई +2 पढ़ने के लिए, तब तो +2 से शुरू हो जाता है कोचिंग। तो इसीलिए मेरे जो वेल विशर थे, मेरे जो प्रोफेसर लोग थे, वो लोग बोले कि उसको अच्छा ट्यूशन देना, आपका भाई इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट करके आए हैं CBSE बोर्ड में, साइंस आउट ऑफ 100 to 100, मैथ 100 to 100, इंग्लिश और हिंदी भी बहुत अच्छा, 2 लिटरेचर में भी किया है। तो मेरे पापा माँ छोटे भाई बहन को छोड़ने के लिए नहीं गए थे, हम ही गए थे जहाँ ज्वाइन किया था। तो उसको मैंने 4 ट्यूशन दिए थे, मैथमेटिक्स, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री एंड बायोलॉजी। 4 ट्यूशन दिए थे। तो तुमको चॉइस करना है, तुम इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ोगे कि मेडिकल पढ़ोगे, मगर तुमको ट्यूशन ये जो प्राइवेट कोचिंग लेना चाहिए। आफ्टर 2 मंथ, 2 महीने के बाद जब मैंने आई, मैं देख रही हूँ 2 महीना का मैंने ट्यूशन का एडवांस दी हूँ, वो सब ट्यूशन छोड़ दिया है और बायोलॉजी छोड़ के स्टैटिस्टिक्स लिया है और एक मैथमेटिक्स को छोड़ के कोई भी ट्यूशन नहीं जा रहा है। तो आई शॉक्ड, गुस्सा भी किया, ये क्या बात है। आज मैं तुम्हारा साइकिल लेके आई हूँ सिमलीगुड़ा, जो छोटा गांव है वहाँ से बरहमपुर टाउन को, क्योंकि तुम अपना साइकिल में कोचिंग सेंटर जाओगे और पढ़ाई करोगे। तो 2 बार 3 बार बोलने के बाद कुछ नहीं बोल रहा है। तो मैंने जब गुस्सा ज़्यादा किया तो मेरे को एक लाइन में वो आंसर दिया था, बस उतना ही बोल के आज मेरा शब्द को विराम दूंगी। वो एक लाइन मेरे को बोला, पढ़ाई करने से पढ़ाई होता है, ट्यूशन कोचिंग जाने से पढ़ाई नहीं होता है, आपको वो समझना चाहिए। मेरे को मैं कब पढ़ाई करूँगा? रात तो 10 बजे होने से मेरे को नींद आ जाएगा, मेरे को सोना है, तो कॉलेज जाना है, फिर कोचिंग सेंटर दौड़ना है, भागना है, तो कहाँ पढ़ाई होगा। मेरे को बस जो मैथमेटिक्स टीचर पढ़ाते हैं उनका टीचिंग अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है, वो मैथमेटिक्स से मेरे को कोचिंग लगाना है, बाकी सब कोचिंग बंद है। ठीक है, आप 2 महीना का एडवांस दिए हैं तो दिए हैं, मेरे को कोई ट्यूशन जाके पढ़ाई नहीं करना है। सेल्फ स्टडी इज़ द बेस्ट स्टडी एंड माई ब्रदर इज़ द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ दैट। थैंक यू ऑल।
हरी क्रांति माता जी, 2 लाइन आसुन।
We are not celebrating his birthday, so we are only celebrating his disappearance day. So we have to take, and we need to release his earlier pastime. So who can other than his sisters?
गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। हरे कृष्ण devotees. I want to speak. My 2 younger sisters spoke all the things. I am the eldermost, and he is around 14 years younger to me, means younger to me actually. So I have seen all his very minute things which I have observed. And the first sister, she told she is also 12 years younger to me, so they are very close, no doubt. We are from a very small village from Orissa. I just want to tell you all that how a human being's brain in a definite family, which is actually environmentally, ancientically how it is brought up and how it is changed very suddenly it's changed. It does not make difference how they are brought up or what is the environment, what is his psychology or what is his teachers or the other environments are going. In his childhood, no doubt he is very calm. Once a single thing, at that time in Guinness Book of World, one Wisdom magazine was coming. I think all might be knowing, small Wisdom magazine for the children. In our family also it was coming. So many magazines for my father was bringing for us. And at that time also I already got married because I used to married very early. And then in Wisdom he has given some competitions, questions. And in the last page of the Wisdom magazine, his name was printed out. So in every first of the month, that Janamam, it will come small magazine, it comes in Odia also. In every languages of India it comes. And that wisdom also comes to our book. So this, my younger sister, and they both have much competitions. But who will read the definite book early? And they used to discuss with each other. So that day, so I asked him, and this month wisdom hasn't come. So he told, no, I'm going and getting that. A small bookstore was there, and he suddenly went and he saw the things, and he came quietly and he didn't say anything to anybody, and he started reading. And this, my younger sister, she also read. So after that she spoke, Nani you saw in the last page, Ravi Smith, his nickname is Ravi, all used to call, but I call him Baku. Only I was the person in my family, and my husband, we both called him Baku. So his name has printed out. Why? No, he has been this in India, and it has came out in this Wisdom magazine. So suddenly I told it's very nice. Then I asked him, why didn't you say? No, then it's good enough, no? I told, okay. We should not be so happy. Yes. I don't know, when I was very small, my father used to give Gita classes to me. I don't know whether they all have remembered or not, because I think not so far. But my father used to give Binova Bhave. I think that is then devotional, that is little different Gita. He used to read in every morning at 4:30 to 5 a.m. and he used to make me understand some 1 to 2 lines in his. So that also some slokas were there, and in the evening my duty was that to learn them, to learn them some slokas, what I need. Because he is very younger to me, and this sister also, I make slokas, you do prayer, you do all these things. So this type of normal family, normal how he has brought up, it came. And I used to say how he came to Krishna consciousness. I want to just like that. This is a drastic change of life, what she told. When he was in Calicut Engineering College, that is at that time REC, so he used to stay in Calicut. At least once a year we'll visit to him. Especially I and my husband, we used to visit him once in a year. There was a very small Krishna temple inside the Calicut campus. I think who are the old people from there, that institution, they might be knowing that there is one small Krishna temple was there, very small temple. And it is very fine, because I had been to Calicut so many times when he was there. So some of his friends, they used to sit there. Because nothing. At that time, not like today's, the communication was there. We used to write the letters. And normally I and my husband also, we used to write the letters, okay, because at that time a horse race was going on from each and every families, that the children should be a doctor or either an engineer or something like that. So normally also that was also in the mind that these people are also going very negative path. Normally these people goes negative path. You should not go for alcoholic, you should go every day to the temple, you should go. And one Krishna conscious book, my husband presented to him. And that was with him till now. If his wife is there, she will be collecting in his library, that it will be, because I have seen in the last 5-6 years back also with him. And it was presented, and he said, you should read every day this one page. That was written in English only by Prabhupada, because at that time also we were reading in Odia, the Prabhupada books, and what was presented. And he was reading, and it influenced so much. Many times he has said, you gave me that book, no, so I became the Krishna conscious. What's that? I told her, I'm very happy to see this. I'm very, very happy to see this. I don't bother who told. You are not in a normal, we are not in a normal horse race society. Okay. It's okay, my parents are very nice and they're wonderful parents, because they does not expect many things from him. But no doubt a parental subconsciousness in the heart, in any corner, small doubt, small unclean should be there. Normally it happens. What was there in my parents also, okay? He is not in the normal society. He's not in a normal life. He's not like a normal boy. How all are running in a race. Why you are not putting good clothes? Why are not? Many times my father says, see, your brother is not putting coat, not putting title. Okay, no, don't bother. He's okay. It happens. A parental expectations, it might be, they should think, okay, my children should be very smart and very like this. But it's very good. But sometimes, sometimes also it's true to be in the temple and from all your blessings, by Prabhupada's blessings, by Krishna's blessings, he has reached in which stage, I don't know that. But when I see you all, I remember him, that he is present with you all. Because he is present, that's why we are coming. Because you all are there, that's why we are coming. Because he is in each minutes of this soil and this air and everything. Because he likes this society, he likes this environment, he likes this air, he likes this water. That's why I always always respect this place that he likes the most. And always he was saying, by this his journey started for this Krishna consciousness. When he passed out from RBC, he has a drastic change. And then he blessed at Mysore and he gone. The life went on. But no doubt, in the corner of my parents also, it was so much things. He became like this, because somehow a normal parent, normal family, what does they expect? We are not from the devotional family, not a devotee family. So many times I used to say, my parents, don't bother. He is in such a way, he will glorify to you one day. Each time. And sometimes I think, I don't know why I used to say to my parents like this, but it was true. I don't know how it came from my mouth, but it is true that he glorified us, each and everybody. But I don't know, I am not like you all devotees. I am not like you all like you, but I know might he has to birth some places for any other good work, any other good next step work of his life. But sometimes, and then in his life, another charming and another charming personality, Brinda Mataji, she also came to our life. So they started together this journey. I don't know why he went away, but how he went away. Today, Prabhu was saying about Abhimanyu's. I think in the Odia, some of the devotees, whether understood or not, I don't know. But I was thinking at the time, so Sarya, so Veera, and the nephew of Sri Krishna, who is in that age, who was the more powerful, more strengthiest boy, he got a death, a tremendous death. Tremendous death. I was thinking at that time only, how Abhimanyu got a tremendous death. It's unbelievable. He got, all were attacking him, nowhere to help him. He is bleeding, he is crying, he is doing, but still he is doing it, a tremendous death. At that time I thought, that same moment I thought, okay, if he passed away like that, it's okay. So if Krishna's nephew is going in tremendous death, so my brother has passed in a nice only. It's okay. Today I realized that, in that moment. So I don't know what I spoke to you, but my feelings is something different. No doubt today also, I request to my parents, however he has glorified to us in every aspect. So whatever the things, whatever the abhimans, whatever the expectations which he has not fulfilled for a normal running horseless society may be excused. May be excused because he has gone in such a way, such a stage. I think I can't reach in, I think, 14 or 64 janmas also. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. I don't have much to say. I can only say a few words. I happen to be the officiating priest for his marriage. So sometimes I think I must have done in a very bad way, and because of my misdeeds, maybe Prabhu, he couldn't survive for long.
In one way, I think like that. But what I have noticed in his marriage that, Are Bap. His marriage was arranged by Guru Maharaj. And Guru Maharaj was personally present there. And I have noticed that how Guru Maharaj had a lot of affection for him. And also in that small time, you can notice now how Anadi Jagannath Prabhu was very much dedicated, so much attached to Guru Maharaj. His family, by seeing the arrangements and everything, definitely I could understand that they are the most aristocratic people. Later on I came to know that his father is regarded as the Gandhiji of Koraput. He's such a good man that they treat him, they call him the Gandhi of Koraput, of that district. It's a very aristocratic family. And he was very much committed to Guru Maharaj. So later on, after some time, he invited me to give some classes to his congregation. Then I gave the class. Then I became sick. I had to come to Bangalore for treatment. And then after that, the marriage took place of my eldest daughter, Hare Krishna. Welcome, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. And I invited him that please come and attend the marriage ceremony of my daughter. And he was very happy to come. Then also, that time I would be son-in-law. His family also, they invited him because he was in Bangalore. Then he said that, well, I'll come, but not from the side of the groom. I'll come from the side of the bride. See, because Prabhu invited me before. So in that way, he replied them. But somehow or other he wanted to come because of his heavy preaching activities and all, he couldn't come to Mayapur. Then another time, because I have not met for so many times, another time I think he invited me for a house program. See. And when I was sick in Bangalore, the disappearance day, the yearly disappearance day of my father came. That is on the Jhulan Yatra, Jhulan Purnima day. So I thought what to do, I am sick, I am not here, I am out of my hometown, out of my house. So where to arrange prasadam for my father? My father passed away something like 62 years before. And because my mother says that, okay, you must do this ceremony every year. So I do this. So I was requesting him what to do. He said, don't worry, I was thinking where to get prasadam. Then on that Jhulan Purnima day, on the appearance day of Lord Balaram, he brought lot of prasadam from Seshatripuram temple, Jagannath prasadam. And we were taking prasadam together after the ceremony, after the offering of prasadam to my father. Then after some time, I came to know that Anadi Jagannath Prabhu has left his body. Which was very much devastating, very disturbing news. So I was thinking, for the last few days I have been praying to the Lord that old age is not something desirable. And I sincerely pray, my dear Lord, please take me to you as soon as possible. Because old age means bothering other people. Dying is not, anyway we are going to die. That is not the point. But actually going back to home, back to Godhead is most important. If dying is the solution, we can always try a different way to die. See, that is not the solution. To go back to home, back to Godhead is the most important point. You see. But then Mataji was requesting me, whatever I told in Oriya, maybe I can tell in English. Because that time I saw that Prabhu's mother and father, they were crying. So I felt that I should speak something to them. The idea is that definitely we have lost him. And everybody is in pain, especially those who have got a lot of association. Mataji was telling that she had 20 years of association with Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. Maybe I had association with him for 5-6 times. Not many. So everybody is in pain. But sometimes you do not know the plan of Krishna. You see. So when we are losing, naturally we are in pain. But somebody has gained also, no? By getting him, you see. So I was telling that when Abhimanyu was killed, attacked by Saptarathis, that time everyone was crying. But then Krishna was smiling. And Arjuna was getting upset. Come on, my son is dead. And he was smiling. Then Krishna said, I am also crying. But I am smiling because he has cleared the path of our victory. So how is that? Because all these people, they killed him unlawfully. They did not follow the injunctions of the Shastra. So now we can also do the same thing. Because if we go and try to kill Bhisma, Drona, it's just not possible. These Pandavas cannot do it. So now we'll have to apply the unlawful ways to kill these rascals. So he has cleared. Now they have killed him unlawfully. They did not follow the proper etiquette. So now we will do the same. Then when Ghatotkacha was killed, that time also Krishna was smiling. Bhima was getting upset. Why? My son is dead and he was smiling. Yes, I am also feeling bad, but I am smiling. Why I am smiling, I am telling you. So when Ghatotkacha was killing the Kauravas, that time Duryodhana was panicked. And he told, I think, Karna, you have got a special weapon. That weapon will never go in vain. Now use that weapon and kill the Ghatotkacha. Then Karna said, well, I have kept that weapon particularly to kill Arjuna, because he is my greatest enemy. Arey, that is a different thing. Before that, all of us will be killed. Better you take that weapon and kill Ghatotkacha. Later on, you will see what to do. So then, Karna used their weapon and killed Ghatotkacha. Then Krishna, when Ghatotkacha got killed by that particular weapon, which was kept for Arjuna, Krishna smiled. He said, now the victory of Arjuna is guaranteed. He is not going to kill Arjuna anymore because he has got no weapons now. So now you can see that we are crying, we have lost, but then Krishna has got him for some special purpose. And how he is going to use his devotee, that Krishna knows better. So sometimes we need to depend on Krishna. Krishna picked him. Nobody becomes very sad, oh, why my son got relieved so early from the jail. He was there in the jail for maybe a little bit of, for a few days. Why he got relieved so soon? Nobody thinks like that. Everybody becomes happy. But then when Krishna is picking up someone from this material world and taking him back to home for engaging him in some special purpose, That time also we need to understand what is Krishna's plan. At least if we cannot understand also, we have to think that whatever Krishna does has a better plan. Whatever Krishna does, he has a special purpose for that. And that purpose must be for a higher, better purpose. So in that way, we need to be solaced. But anyway, when I was speaking like that, somehow or other, I felt to speak like that, so I spoke. So we never understand. We do not understand. We don't try to understand also sometimes. Krishna has his own plan. But one thing is sure, that when this person was here in this world, he was so enthusiastic, he was an ardent follower of his Guru, he was preaching Krishna consciousness, dedicated to preach Krishna consciousness 100%. Then when he has left also, somehow or other, his disappearance day has become a means to glorify Krishna and devotees. So all the devotees are here. But the only thing is that we need to also be dedicated like him in spreading Krishna consciousness, in helping and cooperating with the spiritual master. Hare Krishna. I have to go because some more ritualistic activities to be performed. I am so glad. This morning I was thinking of you. My dear friend, what happened? I have not seen him for a long time. Krishna, I can't believe. Pranam.
Thank you, we will request Grace Anukulkesha Prabhu, Ms. Mantra Mataji to come forward to speak a few words. Sumantra Mataji.
हाँ जी हाँ ठीक है प्रभु बस बस Hare Krishna, my pranams to everybody who is assembled. My being in touch with Jagannath Prabhu was very short. It was more when he came into management. And whenever he couldn't get through Prabhu, he would call me up. And when I used to pick up the phone, I would say, I wouldn't even wish him. I'd say, Prabhu, uncle abhi bahut busy hai. Mataji. He wouldn't even say any Mataji. Then I'll say, okay, Prabhu, you'll have to answer one question of mine, then I'll pass the phone to him. So we used to have 5 minutes, only 5 minutes, sir, Prabhu. So 5 minutes of discussion about something philosophical, about some question I'll ask him. And it used to, like I used to say, no, Prabhu, yeah, I don't agree with the answers. No, Prabhu, this is the only link, attachment. And I don't know when over the years, last 3-4 years, or whatever, this was only what I had with him. I don't know how I grew so fond of him, so attached to him. I have no answer for it. It was just Mataji and Mataji. And I still, when I remember him, I have tears for him. I don't know what it was. पिछले जन्म का था या इस जन्म का था मेरे को पता नहीं क्या था पर वो अनादि प्रभु था. So thank you. I can't speak more. I'm really emotional about it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My dandavats to all of you. So I didn't know Anadi Prabhu very much, but the time when we were offered to have the Gita Gyan in Malaysia, that's the time I got to know him, And as soon as I saw the program, I was very enthused, and I immediately said, yes, we should have this program here. And that was during the COVID. And though for us it was a surprise, but I think it's not surprising with his effort and with his devotion that the program actually took off very, very, very well with thousands and thousands of devotees joining the programs in different levels, in different languages, groups, and the thousands of books that were distributed. Bhagavatam sets, Bhagavad Gita was a unprecedented time, unprecedented number of books that were distributed, that certainly it was a special time that Srila Prabhupada was pleased, Srila Guru Maharaj was very pleased, and it was a pleasure for all the Vaishnavas. So that was very special of Anadi Prabhu to come in at a time where Krishna arranged. It's certainly an arrangement by Krishna and Guru that he had come in at that time and offered to help the Malaysian Yatra. And he came also in person. So this is something that I know little about him. And he was very humble actually. In fact, he was telling, I used to see your videos. I used to do some video programs from the farm on Bhagavad Gita. He said, I used to see the videos and get inspiration. That was actually nothing much that I started. And so he is such a wonderful Vaishnava. All the Malaysian devotees loved him for this program. Practically the whole Malaysian Yatra was involved in that program, Gita Gyan, during that time. Practical whole Malaysian Yatra, they were all, every center, every Namahata, a branch, leaders, they were all gathered together and gave full support for the program. So, such a wonderful Vaishnava that within a short while he was able to gather together. That service at Srila Prabhupada very much emphasized of kirtan, book distribution, deity worship, and devotee association, all these things. And I was just thinking that the devotees are different than the demons in a certain aspect. Hiranyakashipu, we can see how he was such an expert personality that when his brother had been killed and he was preaching to his families, members, very nicely actually, not to cry, not to be sad. He got that part very nicely done. But the second part, he didn't get it done, is that he wanted to kill Vishnu. But the other part, he was telling, you're not this body, you're not this and all that, and he gave very good examples. And but then he wanted to avenge Vishnu. But the devotees we see when Krishna takes the devotee, we pray, we offer worship to the Supreme Lord, and we see the Vaishnava as he is taken by Krishna. So as His Grace Bhadracharu Prabhu said, it is so very real, very meaningful that Anadi Prabhu certainly has been taken by Krishna. And we're all sad, but in certain way we are happy that he is now with Krishna and he is continuing his devotional service. This is what's most important, that such a personality is always continuing in his devotional service. I'll stop here. And I'm sorry I didn't have much more association with him, but my association with him, and may he forgive me for whatever offenses, and may he bless me in my devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Next, we request Shyamala Sita Prabhu to speak a few words.
Hare Krishna Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha. Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, it's like I know him from 2010. He was serving Guru Maharaj when Guru Maharaj was staying in Los Angeles for 6 months. So he was there in US, so he was serving Guru Maharaj. Then after coming to India, we started to introduce each other, and he was, whenever he come to Mayapur, whenever Guru Maharaj come to Bangalore, we used to serve together. And whenever we have, he became one of the member of our Guru Maharaj servant team. Even though he was not always there, but we consider him like he is always our team, servant team. So if we need anything from Bangalore, first person to call is Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. So when we were sending some books of Guru Maharaj to Bangalore, even though we know many leaders are here, Chaitanya Avatari Prabhu, Anukul Prabhu, Narahari Prabhu, everyone. But for the whole Bangalore, one common man is Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. So it was very blissful to be with him, because he is always a blissful devotee. He just called me like Shyama. He won't say anything. Whenever we say Shyama, Shyama, he will say. And whenever we call, he always ready to help in any way for Guru Maharaj. I remember that during the lockdown, we were communicating with him about organizing Guru Maharaj's temple visits. So he was helping in every way. And most vivid memory is that he was very instrumental in organizing the Kanaka Abhishek in Palace Ground. He did almost everything, but he was like a humble person. He was like no one knows that. And one more memory is that he took us all to the restaurant called Sattvam, and that was last thing I remember, being with him. And he gave us all the prasadam feast with Anukul Prabhu, everyone. We took prasadam along with him. He's a loving brother. I remember going with him to Ganga Snan when he comes to Bhishma Panchak sometime. And when Shanti Rupa Mataji was talking, she said, we are going to fix Vrinda Mataji with Anadi Prabhu. When we were discussing, we were like thinking how Malaysia is connecting with Bangalore, and we couldn't imagine, but their marriage happened in Rajapur, we were there. So it was so memorable, and how he developed this Srivasangan was like amazing. And he's even though in Bangalore we have 5 temples, 6 temples, but Anadi Prabhu is one man who is like stringing all the temples. So when he disappeared from this world, we are not able to accept that. When Mahaprabhu said, I don't know what you are saying, maybe some other Anadi. Oh, our Anadi. When we told Guru Maharaj was in so shock. He is not able to take it. Because Guru Maharaj and Anadi Prabhu also have a special relationship. Like whenever he comes to serve Guru Maharaj plays with him. He has a very, very unique relationship with him, because whatever Guru Maharaj, even if he jokes, Anadi Prabhu cannot understand, because he is in a so humble mood. But Guru Maharaj is mocking him, joking with him, but he feels, Guru Maharaj, whatever you say. But Guru Maharaj himself will say finally, I am joking with you, please understand that. So he was like a very humble servant who understand Guru Maharaj completely, who understood. So he's amazing Vaishnava. We cannot say. One time Guru Maharaj came and Anadi Prabhu said, Guru Maharaj, we have to distribute some Bhakti Shastri certificates. I remember maybe that day was Anadi Prabhu's birthday sometime. They organized for a cake to cut. He was so embarrassed that I don't want to cut the cake in front of everyone, but they announced. So he was down to Vaishnava means Anadi Prabhu, something like that. We have a definition. No other words to say. We won't get his association here. That's very, very sad. But hopefully, if we make to back together, if I make to back together, then we may get more association of him. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Jayapataka Swami Nitinamine Namacharya Padaya Nita Kripa Prajina Gaurakata Damadaya Nagara Gramatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine. Hare Krishna to everyone. Thank you very much. It's a blessing for me to be here today in this celebration, remembering Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. I had a chance last year to come here for one of your, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday program. You do Saturday or Sunday? Sunday. I saw 300 devotees here. I was in shock to see how many devotees are coming. I came together with one of our God brothers, Chiranjeev Prabhu, and we gave a class on glorification of our Guru Maharaj. And I also, apart from Guru Maharaj, I was glorifying Anadi Jagannath Prabhu and Brinda Mataji for I don't know how much preaching they have done here, but not only here. When I was hearing now from Syama Rasika Prabhu, I think he described it with this lila, how Guru Maharaj joking, but he couldn't take the jokes. He had to tell him, no, but this is a joke. No, he's so humble. It's very sweet lila, the one I like it very much. Definitely he's such a humble Vaishnava. When we're thinking on the Vaishnava, thinking on him, you see, I travel a lot with Guru Maharaj. Especially, I always like to go to Bangladesh with Guru Maharaj because the Bangladesh devotees are also very, very special, no? Very humble, super devotional. So he's also like a Bangladeshi, you know. He's like a very humble, you know, very sweet. He had a lot of good qualities. When also he mentioned about he was doing service in America, maybe somebody else already mentioned, but you know, for a person humble like this to go to America and get a very good job, very well-paid job, it's not easy achievement. Sometimes it's the dream for many people to go to America. It's like you're very successful. So when Guru Maharaj was there for almost 6 months doing the therapy, trying to recover, you see now how is Guru Maharaj right now. He was like this, he's just coming out from hospital. He needs to do a lot of recovering. This video came out like never give up. Guru Maharaj really he was trying to recover himself. He full-time joined the service of Guru Maharaj. full time. And then he left his job, he lost his job, just to join Guru Maharaj's service, You see the commitment he had for serving Guru. This is one thing I wanted to enhance. How many people will do this one here, that you will leave everything. Can you imagine in America, nice job, he left everything to join Guru Maharaj's service. Another thing is also mentioned about the marriage, with Brinda Mataji. Brinda Mataji, I know her more since child, because, I've been coming to Malaysia for, I don't know, more than maybe 35 years like this, for a long time. And anyway, they grown up, everyone needs to get married. Sometimes when we're going to get married, sometimes someone helping us, sometimes the parents, sometimes the temple president or a friend. Guru Maharaj is very concerned about all disciples to be properly situated. Whether you are a brahmachari or you will get married, he wants them to get properly situated. And sometimes, which is in the case of Anadi Jagannath or Brinda, sometimes also was in many cases like this, he personally get into it. Means he personally was arranging this marriage. So when this proposal came in to Brinda's mother and father, her mother was not so convinced about this. Sometimes the mother. What's he say? Correct. Yes, and this happened, one of these incidents happened at we call the KLIA airport, this is the Kuala Lumpur airport, So she was worried, but she called Shanti Rupa. Sometimes, the Guru heavy to the disciple. He say, you don't trust your Guru? She say, you don't know I don't know your daughter? You think I don't know Anadi Jagannath Prabhu? She was very heavy on her, wow. I think she was the last thing when she heard like this, she was so convinced, okay, I surrender to Guru. And after that, it's like the whole family fell so much in love with him, it was an amazing experience for the whole family, become one more children for them, for Shanti Rupa Mataji and Tatuabit Prabhu. And for all the Malaysian Yatra, they fell so much in love with Anadi Jagannath. And anyway, all the story, how they got married, everything. Anyway, just I wanted to say this. And I think one more thing I would like to do, I think Anadi Jagannath will be very happy today that you see, seeing our Guru Maharaj now in the hospital, here in Bangalore, I think he would like to pray for him. So I wanted now, if we all together, we can, all led by Anadi Jagannath Prabhu, all we can chant. We can chant together one time, the Panchatattva mantra and one Hare Krishna mantra, and we pray to Krishna, pray to Jagannath, to bless Guru Maharaj. He's already blessed because he's a pure devotee of the Lord, but our prayers are very important. Lord, the Lord hear the prayers of the devotees. So let's all pray with all our heart for Guru Maharaj's full recovery. He has so many desires. He wants to come back. He wants to do so much service. Just 10 days ago, he was asking in the ICU bed that he would like to attend the GBC meetings in Mumbai in October. You see, just maybe about 8 days ago, he was saying, you know, we asked him, Guru Maharaj, you want to go to Mayapur? He says, no. We are shocked, no? Guru Maharaj, you don't want to go to Mayapur? So then we ask, Guru Maharaj, you want to travel? Then he said yes. No? You know, in his mind still, he's there. He want to come out, he want to continue traveling and preaching. Just 2-3 days later, he also mentioned his wishes to come to Mayapur also. You know, at different times he say different things. But what I mean, he is fighting. You know? He's fighting. He wants to come out. He wants to continue to do service. His life depends completely in the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Krishna. So we also pray. You pray for Lord Krishna so he fulfill all his desires. Okay? So let's chant together. Jai. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Let's chant one more Hare Krishna loud so Guru Maharaj can hear from Apollo Hospital in Sesadripuram. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaji Prabhu. I would like to request His Grace Glorification Prabhu to share a few words.
Hare Krishna. To glorify a Vaishnava like Anadi, to find word what quality he has not there. Prabhu mentioned about job. From there only, when he was working in Bangalore, I asked about his salary or something. I said, you are not getting promotion, you are on same low salary. So his reply was to me, probably I am getting offers more, high salary also. But flexibility won't be there. Here they are not bothered about my timing. So I get lot of time to serve and preach for Krishna. So for that purpose, he never desired that he get more salary or more promotion or something like that. And whenever you ask, if suppose someone has to do a service actually, and is not doing, he will go ahead and do the service actually, his nature, okay, but service has to be done, whether he is doing or not doing actually. In that sometime used to be other devotee come and complain, okay, he is taking over my service, this, that. Then one day I discussed with him, Anadi, I am unnecessary, I have to go in this, if they feel I am favoring you or something like that. And he felt you are taking over his service actually. But Prabhu, you know, he was supposed to do it 5 days back. And he's not doing the night. Ultimately, somebody has to do it actually. So I told him actually, this is the reason you are not completing your service, so he has to complete his service actually. So, but lot of things, because of his hard work for service and off it, few service used to be in pocket also, but he used to complete it, not going to hang on more. And his humbleness, and there is no word. First of all, he used to follow everything like authority. Sometimes I feel you see when you are in management, lot of things every day happens in your hand. But I feel at least in a month, 10, 15 days, I just remember Anadi. I said, Anadi would have there, he would have helped me like this, he would have helped me like this actually. I feel lot of missing for him, you can say, for my personal reason actually, to serving ISKCON, my hand would have been more strengthened if he would have been there actually. Even if he has small thing is there, he never used to do without asking me actually. That was his quality. I used to tell him also, Prabhu, take decision at this month. No, Prabhu, you have to tell me yes or no. Then I'll go ahead. Like Smeshwar Prabhu was telling about Gita Gyan. This was a discussion between him and me when COVID started. Everything was shut down and I said, what to do? That devotee who are coming, they will be distracted and new devotee. I said, what should do? I said, you prepare one 18 chapter, one course, and I think people will join. If not mistaken, it was the first in ISKCON. We started this 18 days, not in ISKCON, all temples are doing this 18 days course actually. But Shishadipuram was the first temple who started this 18 Bhagavad Gita course. And then Malaysia, they asked, I do not remember, he was wanted to preach them. He asked Prabhu, can we give this course to Malaysia? I said, why you are asking me? You develop Kenam. Is a preaching for Prabhupada. No, Prabhu, this is our temple course. So if they are asking, if you save, then only we can give. I said, give. You can share. And he shared. And then he gave me feedback. I think first course we got a registration of 800 or 900. And Malaysia got 1,000 plus 800, 700 registration for first course actually itself. Actually. Then he was happy. Then I think Punjabi Bagh asked. Then he gave to Agra, then Philippines, so many countries. But he used to ask me, and then he used to share actually. I said, Prabhu, one time we discussed, no, Prabhu, a different country we will discuss again thing. Then when we did this Bhagavad Gita course finished, then he said, what we should do now? Then I said, we should make it Bhagavatam. He said, Bhagavatam will be too lengthy. I said, nobody will listen if we go 2 months together. I think we made it 12 cantos or 20 days or 15 days, something like that way. Where big, just emphasis on 10th and 11th canto more, and balance you comprise a little bit actually. For that, his desire to preach more and more was there, like my Guru Maharaj. That maybe, finally tell you, before 2008, I was not so in preaching mood, I was in serving mood, because I used to do personal service to my Guru Maharaj about 12-13 years. But after strokes, then my mood also changed actually. Then only I feel we were able to gel with Anadi. If I would have not in mood of preaching, I think would have not get along together actually much. So after a stroke, my also thought, okay, now if I have to please my Guru Maharaj, I should preach more and more. So in 2011, once there was something, Guru Maharaj told me personally, don't expect from 20 kilometer devotee will come to Shishadipuram and you will preach them or something. You have to go 20 kilometers. Then we decided, me and Anadi decided, how to go like this. So this small outpost was discussion with Anadi and me. We started making small posts. So we created a few small posts. Then one day he slowly asked me, Prabhu, can I start one in Sakar Nagar also? Because he used to live in Sakar Nagar. I said, yeah, why not? So how this Sakar Nagar manifested actually. Then on that day, it was completed. Actually, earlier they took other place. That was not, I think, we completed actually something problem was there. Then we got this one and construction. Then it was completed. Then he asked what we should keep name. Then I asked, you ask Guru Maharaj, what we should keep name. Then we gave 3 names. This one, New Srivasangan, because we were thinking Kirtan is more so that purify. So there are 3-4 names were there, New Vrindavan, but Guru Maharaj selected New Srivasangan actually. So how we got a name of New Srivasangan. Another incident, just I remember, whatever I used to speak Guru Maharaj earlier, he used to feel now also what I'm telling is a truth only. When 2000 something 1920 I had an argument with one devotee in presence of Guru Maharaj actually. So regarding some management issue was there actually. So anyway, that decision was in my favor in front of Guru Maharaj. But later, when we went away and after meeting everything over, Guru Maharaj checked with the Anadi actually. Who was right, Anukul was right, the other person was right actually. Then he said, yes, I also had same way actually. Then he told me, I said, why you are telling me Anadi? Whatever truth is there, you should tell actually. It is my fault, you can tell if it is his fault. No, Prabhu, can I just have to inform you? Guru Maharaj asked. I said, no problem. So that much he has a faith in me and Guru Maharaj actually, and his Guru in him actually. So we can go on very close to him, go on speaking. That evening also, it was I can't forget that evening. He was doing, I think, IDC course on that day. I called him in IDC course itself. I said, where you are from? He said, Prabhu, I'm doing IDC course in temple. I said, 5:30 I finished. He said, evening only took prasad, and actually it was nothing to do go there actually, but it was from long time pending actually. I used to tell him also, okay, Anadi, if you travel far, don't go by bike or taxi. You take taxi or a car. Unfortunate, I think his car was that day in a repair or something actually. Then evening I forget again, I called him, it was raining or something actually. Heavy rains were there. He actually, some devotee's father-in-law was in hospital, and I think that devotee helped something somewhere, I don't know who, just don't remember. So his father-in-law, he was knowing personally. Prabhu, I had to go and check, meet him, just give some prasad. And when I called him, he picked up phone, he was in hospital, just reached. I said, where you are, Anadi? He said, I'm in Whitefield Hospital. I said, why? Well, his father-in-law. I said, no, Prabhu, I had to go. Actually, I told him also, I had to go because he helped me, so I want to, because he will feel bad. Actually, this case, father-in-law is sick and I am not going to see him. So much he was thinking. He went. But one thing is that I just forgot to tell him, but a local devotee told me, they were pushing him. And he used to stay back also. On that day, they were pushing him, okay, don't go, no, stay in this, that. And, but he was very good. Next day morning, this ICD is there again. Course, second day. So he said, no, it will be delayed. But ultimately, as Bhakta Prabhu said, Krishna has his own plan. Actually, he don't want sincere soul. He needs somewhere else to take service from them. And it was Krishna's plan to take away from us so early, which we still feel missing him. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. So now we'll have a short class by His Grace Vats Krishna Prabhu. So another few more minutes, then after which we'll be serving prasadam. So request you all to patiently wait. Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. ज्ञानतिमरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं वदन्ति स वदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रुतापदिकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं सावधूतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चादेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतसे नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुएव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा। So feel humble sitting in front of senior Vaishnavas like Simeshwar Prabhu, Anukul Prabhu, Ramchand Prabhu, and other Vaishnavas, Radhapati Gopinath Prabhu, Marichi Prabhu. But since this has come as a seva, so I'll just try to speak something on this occasion. So I'd like to start with a story from Sri Vaishnava tradition of who is a Vaishnava. Once a person came to Parashar Bhatt to ask him how to know somebody is a Vaishnava, or what qualities a Vaishnava has. And Parashar Bhatt did not answer. He said, you have to go to Tirupati, the disciple of Sri Ramanacharya, Anantacharya, he'll answer this question. Now when he went to Tirupati, and Tirupati is famous for serving devotees. Every day lakhs people come and there's a prasadam serving for 1 lakh people. But those days, this is somewhere 800, 900 years back. So Anantacharya would serve all the Vaishnavas who would come to Tirupati. So this devotee has come very far off climbing as a common guest, and Anantacharya said, why not you also serve? So he served 1 row prasadam. This person just came as a guest but put as a server, and he started to serve. And 1 row is over, and he thought, now let me sit for prasadam. And the judge said, can you little bit more serve? And then again the 2nd row he served, 3rd row he served, 4th row. Like that, hours passed by, he was serving, and whatever the leftover prasad was there, now he took it. And now Anantacharya comes to it, please tell your question. And Anantacharya says that, so he asked for today. And Anantacharya only answered, a Vaishnava is like a crane, it's like a hen, it's like a sword, and like you. But he didn't understand, I have come so far to know what's a Vaishnava, and I just get a 4-liner answer. A sword, a crane, and a hand, like you, what do I do? So he comes back to back to Srirangam and asks Anantacharya, what does this mean? And Anantacharya, well, the Parashar Bhatta, and Parashar Bhatta explains it. A crane doesn't put on any fish or every fish. It first focuses what it wants, it waits, and then take that prey. Same way a devotee is focused on his goal to develop love for God. To go back to Godhead, a devotee is focused upon. So many things comes in life, he doesn't focus. He patiently waits the opportunity to render devotional service to the Lord. So Vaishnava is like a crane, focus. Even a devotee is going amongst, in every situation, his focus on Krishna. A Vaishnava is like an hen. Because when you see a hen, it will go to a stockpile, rubbish. A stockpile of rubbish, and it will try to pick things, but it will pick something good. Same way a devotee, there may be an ocean of faults, but he pick up the good things. There. Like you see, Srila Prabhupada, he went to America, and the first people whom he found who were coming for his classes were the people who were taking drugs, coming with a girlfriend and doing all that. And Prabhupada only saw that these people at least are coming to hear me. Yeah. So Vaishnava is like an hen. And Vaishnava is like a salt, because Vaishnava does not take any credit. So if any time feast is good, you say salt was so good, Prabhu. You put so nice salt. But salt is not there, whole feast gets spoiled. So devotee does all work and give credit to others. But when he is not there, everything goes topsy-turvy. That's a Vaishnava like a salt. And said, Vaishnava is like you. Because since morning you're serving, you did not complain. I came far away, and instead of giving me Aditya, you had made me a sevak. And therefore Vaishnava is like you. And when I remember this definition of Vaishnava, I remember His Grace Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. So it had been very great moments with Prabhuji, with Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. I came here 2017, 2022. 5 years, we used to have a lot of interactions. And he was a transcendental personality. You know what I'm saying? So I remember one time there was a seva of doing Harinam. And I'm always very protective about the boys' schedule and everything. So I said, Prabhu, let them chant when they will chant. They have things. I said, they can get up early morning, 3 o'clock and chant and come for the seva. So I said, Baba, ye to humse bhi nahi hota. But he was a very transcendental personality, very focused. He can be awake whole night and then be enthusiastic in the whole day. Okay. And always mood of serving. Whenever any festival is there, he would manage the festival serving, and he would be the last person to take prasadam, if it remains. Or whatever remains, that's what he will take. I remember few times making plates for him, कि Baba, इनके लिए प्रसाद बच जाए. So many Vaishnava qualities. So I remember one time, in COVID time, our one devotee got sick. I wasn't in Bangalore. I was at my hometown during COVID lockdown thing. And then the devotee was troubled because he's in hospital and nobody is able to give him food. And then I immediately called Anadi Jagannath Prabhu. He's one person who can help. And he went, arranged a hospital, arranged food for him. So many things he did. And I remember one seva they started during COVID time. Whoever people were having COVID, they were giving them prasadam. Everybody was trying to be away, Baba, COVID is there, I want to protect myself, but thinking how to use this as a missionary activity, and he was going and giving prasadam. And he called me also. So we are starting this service for Bangalore. You have many places, why not you can also supply the prasadam and things there. So I was just thinking, and doing. So he was always thinking how we can reach out to people's heart. There. So every moment there. And I always saw him appreciating devotees. Very humble before devotees, engaging devotees, and giving so much enthusiasm to all the devotees there. And he was like a salt. Now, though he was working hard for the Saikanagar Center, but any other center in Bangalore needed help, he was there. I personally remember while establishing Sarjapur Road Center, those days I used to call him and take help, and he was always ready to help. He was all time to help devotees, and that was very amazing. He would just want think of himself, he think of the whole thing there. So this para dukha dukhi and para sukha. So if any devotee is in trouble, he'll always be the first person to go and help them there. And I remember the IDC course which he left in between. I had to complete that IDC course, and devotees were so touched by him, they don't want to do. Only when I told that was his last desire, that's why we're doing it, if you please him, that's what they said for the IDC courses. There. So he would just touch the heart of devotees by his Vaishnava qualities. That's what Anadi Jagannath, a missionary, a transcendent devotee, and great love for his Guru. And I saw once myself, Kripa Prabhu and Ananda were discussing, how Anadi Jagannath is so fired up, how it's, how he has so many qualities, how it's possible. And said, it's the mercy of his spiritual master. That because of his dedication and blessings of Guru, he's like, what do you have? And he has so much gratitude. He would share about his Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. I would get very much touched how this person has so much devotion for his Guru. As devotees were telling how he was so attached. Actually, I heard the yajna got over early and I thought I will miss Anadi Jagannath's glorification. But then when I came, I said, okay, it extended. And the class, I was happy. I got to hear about Prabhu there. And I remember one of our brahmacharis there, he sent him to a service of Maharaj in Mayapur during COVID time. And that brahmachari was so grateful to him. There. So you always think how to engage devotees, how to benefit the devotees without any boundaries, without any thinking mera or apna. Ye mera hai, ye tumhara hai. He's always in a mood of service attitude. Beyond, I was just hearing one lecture. Only when we give ye mera hai, tera hai, main tu, then only we can go to Vaikuntha. Till the time we have a consciousness of main tu, we cannot go to Vaikuntha. And I found that consciousness in him always. And that's what Anupam was describing, the last service for which he went, it was a service for a devotee. There. So in that conscious living, and as the story of Abhimanyu comes, I don't know if this point covered, when Abhimanyu was killed, everybody was crying. And Krishna told the story. Actually, when all these people were coming to assist the Lord in his mission, the Soma had given his son and said, I will give my son only for 16 years. And that's why at the 16 years of age, Abhimanyu has to die so that Soma get his son back. So now, all these personalities are coming to assist Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada disciples. They're not ordinary personalities. They come with a fixed time to do some service to the Lord and they wrap up. And then they go back where the Lord wants. So whatever is happening, this preaching and many arrangements happening, is a divine arrangement. We can't understand. See, Devatas can see future, but we humans cannot understand how, with our human buddhi, how Devatas in a higher dimension can see future. There. So that's how whatever events are happening, we may not understand why they are happening, but behind those all events, there's a perfect plan of the Lord, and we have to always look a desire to render devotional service to the Lord in those plans. How can we? So now, therefore I thought to speak about gratitude. So when the purpose, so we can grow in our bhakti with this one quality of gratitude. So, and I was see he was very grateful to everybody, Anadi Jagannath, to his spiritual master, any devotee who had. So I thought for his pleasure to speak on this quality of gratitude. There. Gratitude is one quality from where all other good qualities come out. But what is this gratitude? So in Hindi, gratitude means, in Sanskrit, kritak gaya. Krit gaya. Somebody did something for me, I acknowledge that. Krit gaya. Gaya means to acknowledge, krit means somebody has done. So to acknowledge what somebody has done for me is called gratitude. There. So, in one sense, we should be grateful to the parents, to the family, society, who have given us so many wonderful things. But in a spiritual sense, a real gratitude comes when we understand what devotees have given us. When we understand the purpose of human form of life, and if we see the hand of devotees, that how much they have invested us, how much they have done for us to attain that human form of life, then we feel grateful to Guru Parampara, to spiritual master, and to the Vaishnavas who have contributed in our journey. And gratitude is not only a lip service, thank you Prabhu. Gratitude is about dedication. Gratitude is about humility. Gratitude is about service attitude. There. So gratitude is an expression of heart. So an example is given, just like if you see a field. In a field, when you're growing a seed, one of the very important things, the soil should be fertile. Recently, we were making a garden in our Sarjapur road. So the person who came was putting the paudha, but it's not going with the mud was too hard. But when the rains happened, it became softened, and we couldn't properly put. So this gratitude is like which makes our soil fertile. Without gratitude, even you put the Bhakti Lata beach, you give Shravan Kirtan Jal also, it remains hard, then the seed of bhakti for love for God does not grow. So to the degree we develop this quality of gratitude in our heart, we can develop the prema for the Lord. See, the process of Jnanis have to discriminate at every step about Maya and Krishna, about soul and the matter. And that's what Jnani have to be very cautious at every moment and go beyond dualities. There's a Jnana path, and every time they have to be very focused there. But in the path of bhakti, we don't analyze the way Jnanis do. We don't every time talk about, no, this is not body, this is spirit, soul. Though we should have that knowledge, but not every time when we're sitting for food, we don't chant, I'm not his body, I'm his spirit, soul. We chant Sarira Vidya Jai, but we don't talk about like the Jnanis. What do you say? Shishi Radha Krishna Guru Gaho, Perem Dako, Chaitanya Nitai. So that's more we talk about gratitude is a mercy of the Lord that we are getting this prasada. So if you see the path of bhakti, developing these Vaishnava qualities is very, very important there, and this Vaishnava qualities develop with this gratitude. So if we are touched by a Vaishnava, if we are touched by the sacrifice of a devotee, the real reciprocation of gratitude is we work hard to fulfill his desires. That's the real gratitude to Guru, to Srila Prabhupada, and to the Vaishnavas whom we feel grateful for. And when we feel that gratitude, like the spiritual master has, with so much hard effort, with so many lifetimes, we have received this Maha Mantra from the spiritual master. So the gratitude to Guru Parampara is, we chant the holy names at the best of our capacity, at the best of the time, in the best manner to chant. If there's a gratitude for Guru Parampara, then naturally we feel awakened. Naturally we feel awakened in our heart, in our relationship with the Lord. And what is love for Krishna? What is love for Krishna? To the degree we feel grateful in our heart what Krishna is giving to us, we feel that love for Him. To the degree we feel gratitude for Guru Maharaj, what they are do, we feel love in our heart. When we feel gratitude to the Vaishnavas, we feel love and affection in the heart for the Vaishnavas, and developing that gratitude for the devotees and trying to fulfill the desires of the devotees and the Guru there. And that's what we can make very fast spiritual progress with the right bhakti attitude in Krishna consciousness there. And therefore, and bhakti, one of the important qualities in bhakti is humility. Now, when we are ungrateful, the mood of the heart is, I did it. I did it. I'm the person behind it. I can do it. I can make it. And a person becomes arrogant. But when there's a gratitude, you always think whatever you are doing is by the mercy of some devotee, is by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, mercy of Guru. Then what happens because of that? We remain humble. That is not me who's doing. Because in the path of jnana, as Krishna says in the first 6 chapters, any action you are doing becomes a cause for karma bandhana. Anything you do, it causes karma bandhan. And how you not be bound by karma bandhan? Krishna says, you never think yourself the doer. Prakriti karamanani gune karmani sarvasha ahankar unatma kartamiti manyate. So any work you do, you have to always analyze, I'm not doing, is the Prakriti who's doing, is the thing. Then you don't get bound by karma bandhana in your life. Otherwise, whatever we do, we get bound by the karma bandhana, because we think ourselves the doer and we become ourselves the controller. And then when people don't behave the way we want, we get angry, we get frustrated, and we create more and more karma. But in the path of bhakti, when we do our activities in mood of gratitude, that automatically helps us to not get bound by karma bandhan. And when we do not get bound by karma bandhan, then we can very easily make progress in our life with that gratitude. So on this day, we can see how this activities very much, when we combine all our spiritual activities, our chanting, our preaching, our studying Prabhupada books, our whatever, offering bhoga to the Lord, eating prasadam of the Lord, when we combine this attitude of gratitude, that makes all our activities golden, that make all our activities into spiritual consciousness. And we can actually relish the devotional service in that state. And that's why when we wake up, we do Mangal Arati. And Mangal Arati is what? Gratitude to the spiritual master, Vande Guru Shri Charanar Vanda. That you have given us a service to the deities, you've given us the holy name, we are struggling, we are suffering in the life. And this is gratitude to all our gurus, Sri Prabhupada, Diksha Gurus, Siksha Gurus, there, who have helped us on our path to come to Krishna. Before prasadam we chant Mahaprasada Govinda prayers. That is also prayer of gratitude. That, oh Lord, you have given us prasadam, we are so thankful to you. So life of a Vaishnava is a life of a gratitude, which becomes the source of all good qualities. Service attitude, humility, dedication, missionary spirit, preaching. And that's what if we see in our life, to focus upon life becomes much easier. And you can see the life of Yudhishthira Maharaj. So when Vidura had come, Yudhishthira Maharaj expressing so much gratitude for Vidura, because Vidura, what he had done? He had protected the Pandavas when Dhritarashtra was troubling them. And when Vidura came after 36 years of journey to Tirth Yatra, to the Pandavas' palace, the Yudhishthira is expressing his gratitude to Vidura. And now, after heavy teachings of Vidura, Dhritarashtra left. And because Dhritarashtra left, what happened? Now Yudhishthira is crying that maybe I did not properly serve my uncle Dhritarashtra, and that's why I gone. And see, when we were young, Dhritarashtra protected us. What Yudhishthira is remembering, when we were young, Dhritarashtra protected us. Now, if any one of us will feel no gratitude for Dhritarashtra, because he tried to kill Pandavas so much. In fact, he was happy the Pandavas were killed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But still, Yudhishthir is feeling gratitude for Dhritarashtra. That's the quality of a great devotee of the Lord. There. That you always remember what people have done good and you forget what people have done bad. And when we have this quality, we can make easy progress in Krishna consciousness. There. And the wonderful happened, and that's what my experience with His grace. He felt so much gratitude to his spiritual master that he wanted to serve everybody there. The devotees, even the new people. And because he saw everybody as a child of Krishna. And he wanted to serve even people suffering in COVID by giving them prasadam. There. So this wonderful qualities, we have such Vaishnavas come once in a while amongst us to inspire us to the right attitudes of bhakti. And they come for a short duration to inspire us and go back to another service. And it's our heart that how when we discuss about them and if we remember, it should enthuse our devotional service. That we should take it very seriously. And I can see how the devotees here have struggled so much to make the center a very thriving center. And Vranda Mataji had been so much giving guidance, support to the devotees, and the team of devotees here, Ritin, Nandan Prabhu, Rajiv Prabhu, Asha Govind Prabhu, and many other wonderful devotees. There's just one theme, let us all serve together to make this a place what Anadi Jagannath Prabhu thought. So if we have this thought that yes, we should do more preaching, we should become more better devotees, we should become more, and that's our real gratitude to Anadi Jagannath Prabhu on this day, what we can do by recommitting ourselves to Krishna consciousness, and probably that would make him the most happy when he sees what he has done, so much struggle, hard work for, and we all are taking it ahead. And that's what we reciprocate to the Vaishnava. And I remember so many court cases, so many things went through this, building this. After building this, so many problems came, so many things, and so much of struggle had gone. And we see so beautiful Shiva Sagan and so many wonderful devotees over here. I just come to get inspiration over here. It's my fortune to have so many wonderful devotees here like Ramchandra Prabhu and many senior Vaishnavas. So with that, I like to close with my prayers for Prabhu and for seeking his blessings on this day of his disappearance day, and how he has set such example. So Vaishnava never dies. He lives in sound. He lives by his example, and that's what his example is so much for us here today. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.